Doing folks, Durinde back with you as we continue our Let's Play of Stellaris. Star Trek New Horizons mod plane as the Tholians. Just finished up some research. Tetrion Pylon. What's it do? Where does it go? I'm not sure. Description, work in progress. But, you know, the guys who have made this mod, I mean, they are really active, so we're going to expect some more stuff real soon from them. Physics research. Okay, what are we going to do next? Secondary deflector disc. FTL speed. Don't really want it. Starbase Tetrion array. Extendable shields. Long range warp 6 engine. Let's go for that. And we're working on like a warp 5 engine, or is that done? I thought we were working on like some sort of military warp 4 engine, warp 5 engine. Did we complete that? Maybe not. Low power thrusters. Patrol frigate. No, I guess not, unless... Why did I think we were doing the Warp 5? Anyway, we are now working on Warp 6 engines. Who needs Warp 5 engines when you have Warp 6 engines? Anyway, so how do we stand now? Well, we just tangled with the Bajorans, and well, by goodness, the Bajorans actually won out over us. Yeah, even though their fleet was weaker, they did manage to outfight us. So here's the thing. I mean, they did have more of a mixed fleet than I did. I had mostly cruisers, different types of cruisers. They had a lot of patrol frigates, and maybe that's the way to go. Maybe patrol frigates, having a bunch of them to kind of act as a screen to give you know, the enemy ships multiple things to shoot at, because I mean, ships are fairly meaty in this mod, even the weaker ships. So maybe we gotta get a few of those patrol frigates ourselves. So anyway, we're rebuilding the poor old starbase at Tholia Prime, and we're doing the upgrades there. We will want our dry dock back, and I think which system was it? Was Volhall? One of these systems I did build a spaceport with. What? We don't have any spaceports here, really? We should build some, because that will expand our naval capacity. That's another thing that we ran into. We were over our naval capacity, and we were running the risk of running our fleet without shields, and that's not a good thing. What system, though? One of these systems, I did have a spaceport that was kind of acting as my backup. Was it this system? No. Okay, what's Fargus? Was it the Fargus system? Where is Fargus? Where are you, Fargus? Why can't I find you? Is it the Fargus system? I don't know. Fargus Prime, where are you? Fargus. Fighting Fargus. Meg. Yeah, so it is the Fargus system. That's right, I took them out of Sectorhood after a while. So they're colonizing that world. And spaceport, yeah, we do have the dry dock there. So how's everything else looking all right? So yeah, I did take the Fargus system out of Sectorhood. Why did I do that? Because I wanted more direct control over more planets if I could get it. So that means a little bit more micromanaging for us, but you know what, that's okay. A little bit more micromanaging at this point might be a good thing. I mean, they look at this, there's all sorts of undeveloped tiles and stuff that we need to tap into. Should we build a power hub here? How are we doing for power? You know what? Why not? Let's go with a power hub. This tile. 1 mineral and 2 food here. We have 3 food right now, and in fact, the planet is filled out for Tholians. So, actually, what we'll do, we'll sacrifice this mineral, we'll pop in a gardens just to make the people a little bit happier, and we'll produce a little bit more food, and we will build a mine in this tile, sacrificing the food that is in that tile. I think that's a pretty good trade-off for us. So Fargus Prime, what else do we need? I mean, just, you know, there's the ability to pump out ships, and then there's the ability to keep them powered. So here's the thing, though. We do have access to buildings that let us turn minerals into energy in terms of the spaceport. So maybe what we want is more minerals, and you know, if it comes down to it, then we'll turn them into energy. That's maybe the way that we have to go. I'm going to speed things up here a little bit too. Hopefully nobody decides we're a nice juicy target right now, or we're trying to rebuild. We're not really rebuilding though. I mean, we just we kind of recognized that we were outclassed, and we backed off. Basically, that's all we did. So we do have some catching up to do in terms of the other species again. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine. It's a long game, a long way to go. You know, in the words of the opening lyrics of the Enterprise intro, it's been a long road getting from there to here. And it has been a long road. A lot of people hate that intro. You know what? It's not the greatest Star Trek intro in the world. I'm gonna give you that. I don't think it's terrible, though. I do agree that when they do kind of the rocky riff version of it, not rocky as the Boxer, but rock style riff that they do in the third or fourth season, I think. That's maybe that's less hot, but it's I thought the Enterprise theme, it was kind of uplifting. It was looking towards the stars. It was hopeful. It's I know that the Star Trek themes up to that point were all orchestral, so I think that might have been like a big change for people too. It wasn't orchestral, and we're at least at that time, in the Berman era of Star Trek, we know that the kind of the music, they could create some great music, because I mean that's like the same people who made Inner Light, which is a terrific song on its own. Like if you haven't heard Inner Light, which is the infamous space flute that Captain Picard plays, the song he plays on the space flute. If you haven't seen that episode, number one, check out that episode. It is a terrific Star Trek episode. And number two, if you haven't seen it, but you're interested about the music, there's all sorts of covers of Inner Light, the actual song, online, and there's like full orchestras doing it and stuff. It's definitely worth checking out. I love music. I played a little bit of guitar in my time. I'm not great at it. I'm not awesome at it. I'm just okay. I can strum out a few chords. I can play Wonderwall. Yeah, Wonderwall, after all. But I love listening to good music, and I think the music, the song Inner Light, or The Inner Light, I think it's called, is good stuff. It's good stuff. I find as I'm getting older is like I have a larger appreciation for the orchestral music, especially like the stuff that I heard in my youth and didn't appreciate. Well, I'm early 30s or mid 30s, I guess, right now. So in my youth, I listened to the old, but I find that I have a deeper appreciation for the music that I grew up with, in terms of, it was just a background thing when Deep Strike Photon Torpedo sounds super sexy, so we're going to go with that. But in terms of, something that was just kind of there and in the background when I was a kid, now, I pay attention to the background music and how it affects the scene and stuff. So I kind of have I feel like I have a deeper appreciation that way. And, it's even stuff like looking up the music from the Final Fantasy games and looking up orchestral versions of that, to Xanarkin, Final Fantasy X. That's a pretty good song. Like, it's, listen to the orchestral version of it. There's people playing it on violin and stuff. Or, the music from Skyrim that, well, I guess it's not really Skyrim, because I think they played it in Morrowind first. But the Elder Scrolls thing is like ba 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 ba, that type of music. So, yeah, I find that, and even this one came up. The music from I think I mentioned this before, though. It's like the ending music of Streets of Rage 2. I had Streets of Rage on the Game Gear, Streets of Rage 2, and you know what? I was just like searching through YouTube channel. No, someone brought it up on Reddit. That's what it was. It's like, you know what? This is a pretty awesome set of music. Listen to this. It's like, holy crap! You know, I heard this when I was a kid because I finished Streets of Rage 2 on the Game Gear, and it's like, wow, you know, it's kind of like uplifting, inspiring chiptune music. So it's kind of funny what you know, the stuff that was, you know, just in the background when I was a kid is now, you know, I'm gaining a deeper appreciation for. There you go. So getting old, it's not all that terrible. You start to enjoy different aspects of different things that you never thought you would enjoy before. So look forward to aging. There's always something new, and you change and you evolve and you grow as you get older. That's kind of my takeaway for this episode for you. So, you know, don't get super depressed if you know, things aren't going completely your way at this point. And I got something on the go with my mouse here because I cannot scroll out any further than this. I'm going to try doing a in-game fix here by turning it off and turning it back on again, because that has been known to work. Note, this is as far as I go. I don't know if the mouse wheel has been damaged. Thankfully, well, a couple of years ago, my brother gave me a pretty good mouse for Christmas. I haven't used it yet. I just had it by the computer, so right now I have to figure out which USB thing is my mouse and which is my keyboard, because I'm running both wireless right now. Let's try this. Alright. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I don't know what type of mouse this is. It looks pretty cool anyway. And it's got like a whole Isle of Man thing. And apparently the wireless mouse is still plugged in because I can still scroll in and out with it. So in fact, I unplugged my wireless keyboard. So I'll unplug this. Plug this in so we have a keyboard. Alright. There you go. Live video taping, YouTubing. Wow. This mess feels so different though. Anyway, it'll take some getting used to. Alright, so live and learn. So what happened while I was talking about different pieces of music from my youth? Not much. We gained some minerals, which is good. We're still in an energy deficit, so let's see what we can do about that. So Fargus, okay, so we're building power plants here, so that should help. And I'm actually going to build another one. Should we do a starport, I wonder? I mean, that would take us directly into the green, so I think I'm going to go for that. Fargus Secondus. Okay, do we need to upgrade this hydroponics facility? No, because we already have 6 food. In fact, we have more food than we need. People not super happy on this planet. Okay, note it. Note it. So he's going in there. So we'll probably want a garden here at some point. Yeah, we're humiliated. And there's an abandoned terraforming project here, which is making people unhappy as well. Snarkeel, how we doing here? No governor. Are we out of governors? Are we out of leaders? We are. So that's kind of the downside of having control over more planets, is that we don't have so many leaders to make people happier. That's because you do get a nice little leader happiness bonus if you have a governor on a planet. So yeah, let's do a hydroponics farm there. Delphine Prime, you're looking okay for now. Shashashamir Prime, 2 food right now. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Surface. Shashashamir is, let's see, so what did I say for food? 2 food. Why do I keep clicking out of here? It's the new mouse. The new mouse that I've had for a couple years already and haven't really taken advantage of. We need more food here, actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so after this person comes in, we're going to have 5 people here. All right. Let's go for the 1-for-1 here. We won't actually build on this tile. Fargus Tetrius and Fargus Quatris, they're doing their colonizing now. That's another reason why we're in an energy deficit. Who's at war? Dominion and the United Herc Commonwealth. Okay. Hopefully it goes well for one of them, I suppose. Alright, now suddenly I don't know if it was the mouse or keyboard decided that we had to come over and take a look at. Look at the Ferengi Alliance. That is wild. They're one of the biggest groups right now. They are a mega corporation, that's for sure. Naval capacity is equivalent, so, and their technology is overwhelming. Wow, interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm going to continue playing, this save game for a while. If it looks like we're in dire straits, then I'll restart. And of course, tomorrow I'm ordering the new PC, whatever it is. Still haven't made the final decision, but the final decision will be made at some point tomorrow when I hit the buy button. So I'll have to, I don't know, I'll have to either export my save games to the cloud or maybe start fresh. And you know what? I might actually drop back to normal mode. I have been reading online. It's like, it's a fun mod. It's a great mod, but a lot of people have been struggling playing this mod on hard mode, and I can definitely see why. I mean, I had my struggles with the Cardassians on normal, and we're doing okay, but we're not doing great. Like, it's the AI can get ahead of you so fast here. So anyway, we'll see. We'll continue playing, and not all is lost at this point. They're protectorate under the Ferengi Alliance? Really? They're going to get integrated at some point too. Okay. Well, alrighty then, Fargus Prime. So I'm wondering, maybe, why are you moving? I don't know. It's going to Raprix Prime, though. Isis Prime. Okay, we can upgrade our ship shelter here, so let's do that. And it's going to make things a little bit better. So we're doing 1 energy, 1 mineral here, and we're going to be doing 1 energy and 1 food there. Food's at 0 right now, okay. Are there any more food tiles? This is kind of the most productive food tile right now. So we will sacrifice a mineral for a hydroponics farm here. Shashashamar Prime. Yeah, I'm okay with that being the tile. Daphne Prime. You're okay. And Fargus Tetrius looking okay. And, the makers of this mod they've been kind of teasing stuff on Twitter. They've been talking about new events and stuff for different races. And they've also been talking about making the Borg. I want to say the Blorg because my other Let's Play is the Blorg in vanilla. But they've been talking about making the Borg an actual playable race. And I definitely want to give that a shot. I mean, they are the bad guys of Star Trek. And I have been... For some reason, I have been playing the Star Trek bad guys. I don't know. I think I've seen so many people playing like, hey, we're playing the Federation. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And so, I kind of want it to have the lesser known species. I have seen people play some pretty good like Klingon campaigns, Romulan campaigns and stuff. But, kind of the classic Star Trek races. I played the Cardassians, who were, I think Deep Space Nine kind of made them beloved, but that's kind of why I that's kind of why I went with the Tholians. So this time because they're a little bit of a mystery race, unless you get super deep into the lore, which I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can like dig up like a whole bunch of stuff on the Tholians, but just as a casual watcher of Star Trek, you don't really get a whole lot of information on them, so that's why. So we'll see. And I think if I do start playing the Borg, I think you will see other YouTubers playing the Borg, and you know what? That's quite all right. I'm not trying to downplay or put down other YouTubers if they're playing the Federation or whatever. It's I just like doing something different once in a while. So. Anyway, I think you will see people playing the Borg because they are pretty popular. Dominion have made peace. Cool. So we do have a whole bunch of minerals now. Armies, surface. How are we doing for spaceports? So let's continue to build up our spaceports. make sure that we're kind of maxed out on all these. We are not. Because we do want that upper fleet size if we can get it. So that's done. And Tholia, okay, so they're ready to rock and roll now. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start putting out some patrol frigates. Because I think having them as kind of a meat shield works. I mean, we saw it with the Bajorans, basically. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, ships are expensive here, though. We're still losing 6 energy. Did we build that starport after? Scientist is leveled up, okay. Surface. Okay, yeah, they're still working away on actually getting people on the planet. I shouldn't rush them, I guess. It's like if you take your dog for a walk and the dog's trying to poop and you're staring at it, the dog looks back at you like, seriously, dude? Seriously? Sometimes you just got to turn your head to make the pooch comfortable. I've seen it. I haven't owned a dog in like I don't know, 25 years, but I've seen it with people who own dogs. But 99% of the time, the dogs are like, "I'm pooping. I don't care who's watching. I'm pooping." You know, they'll pee anywhere. That's for sure. Anyway, well, I've really gotten on a lot of tangents in this video. Mainly because, in terms of actual gameplay, there's not a lot going on. We're just trying to get these planets up, trying to get the industrial base going, and yeah, that's kind of the main thing. That spaceport. Let's build another patrol frigate here. So yeah, that's why I've been kind of blabbing away about different stuff. I'm super looking forward to having that new PC though. It's going to be a game changer in terms of the channel. I mean, I'm not expecting the channel to blow up just because I have a new PC or anything, but I'm looking forward to being able to play Stellaris and not have to worry about like the video just pausing, the video just stopping, and I'm looking forward to being able to play like RimWorld and do RimWorld Let's Plays. I love RimWorld, and Oxygen not included. I mean that it's still an alpha build, but it has a lot of potential to be fun. Monte Rico is playing Airport Tycoon right now. I downloaded it myself. I gave it a go. I thought about recording it, tried it. It didn't work for me. Monte Rico's got a good series on the go, so check that out if you're into those tycoon type games. But it's stuff like that, stuff that might look to be super graphically intensive, but has like a lot of stuff going on in the background. I'd like to be able to play some of those things as well. So. Really looking forward to having a desktop again. I haven't had a desktop really since... I don't think I've had one since I was in high school, to tell the truth. It doesn't seem like it. I actually went quite a few years without any PC when I was bopping around the post-secondary system, using libraries and stuff like that, and got kind of my first job and I got like a laptop after my first job, and it was a good laptop for the time, but that was over a decade ago, and that laptop has since moved on. It's been brought to the electronics recycler, so I'm looking forward to having something. I bought the laptop I bought recently, the one that I'm using right now, the one that is sitting on top of the laptop cooling system and not being cooled by its own fans because the fans died. I mean, I bought that on sale at Future Shop or something like that 5 or 6 years ago. I mean, it's okay for going online, watching Netflix, watching some YouTube videos and stuff like that, playing a few games. I mean, it plays games okay, but as soon as you start to add like that second thing, like playing and recording, then things start to go terribly wrong. So I'm really looking forward to be able to do some more. And plus, I'll probably be more inclined to do video editing once I get the new system as well. Because right now, I upload things as they are. I record, I talk, and okay, finish recording, upload it, and that's it. There's no me kind of going through and taking out parts where, I don't know, where I'm burping in the middle of the video or stuff like that. I'd be able to do a little bit more polish, because this thing cannot edit video for the life of itself. I've tried so hard and come so far, but in the end it didn't really matter. So yeah, I'll probably be more inclined to do that. Maybe adding a little bit more polish to the videos, maybe starting the videos with like a preview of a highlight and then getting into the gameplay or something like that. Anyway, that's kind of where we stand again. So kind of another State of the Union there. And again, I'm mostly talking about stuff that's not Stellaris right now, because we're just trying to get the old industrial base up and going. So this planet's been colonized. There's 2 food here, so let's get the food stuff out of the way. We're back into the black for energy now, which is terrific. So we're still very, very short on population there. Delphine Prime, they're really super not happy people. The humiliation's not helping us, that's for sure. I don't know how long we'll be humiliated, or how long that penalty lasts. I think it's like 10 years, but I could be wrong. So we should be okay for food here, right? Food's at 3. Surface. So the food is all right. So let's... Again, we're hurting for energy, so I think I gotta... It's kind of the thing, is like, well, we can convert minerals into energy, but power plants produce 2 energy. Minerals, like a mine on a tile that doesn't have any minerals or anything, just produces 1 mineral. So it's probably better to produce power plants, actually. Warlike! Oh, it's the warlike lad of Russia. Great Celtic drinking song, if you haven't heard that. Which has nothing to do with anything Celtic. It's about Napoleon. It's warlike lads of Russia. No, I butchered it. Look it up, though. Look it up for yourself. Warlike lads of Russia. They fought all in one mind. Made Bonaparte turn running, leave his troops behind. I think that's how it goes. When Napoleon Bonaparte to Moscow he went. That's how it starts off. If you ever feel inclined to look it up. That's how you know that you found it. Okay, so this has been upgraded. Food's at 2 right now. So we'll upgrade this hydroponics facility. Upgrade both of these things. Again, I'm going to leave this tile as is for now. And we should probably clear this one. It's got 2 minerals and a food. So, Shashashimir. Okay, so they're almost ready for a new pop. Cool. I mean, again, not a super exciting episode or anything, but it's just kind of how things stand right now. Let's build a destroyer, and let's do another patrol frigate. Again, every time we build a ship as well, I mean, that's kind of extra energy credits that are coming out of the coffers, basically. How do we stand now? Lots of people superior, lots of people overwhelming. A few people equivalent, and a few people inferior. And the thing is, Cardassian Star Empire, they're a vassal under the Cardassian. Nobody's by themselves. There's so much diplomacy going on, except for the Breen. The Breen are at war with the Cardassians. Their fleet power is equivalent. Maybe we can strike the Breen? Okay, we do have the long-range warp engine right now. Which may help us a lot, because it produces more power. So ship designer, this may be a turning point for us. So let's see if we can find this. There we go, long range warp engine. Okay, so now we have a little bit of extra power. I don't think it's going to help the patrol frigates. Well, we can take off the nuclear reactor now. We don't need 50 power generation. What, this is blue, right? Okay, what can we put in the blue slot? Internal dampener does what? Chance to evade goes up. Combat speed goes up. chance to hit and tracking. We'll go for that. There we go. So now we have a better chance to hit. All right, I like that. I like that. Is this a reactor as well? If it is, we need it. Because we're still only at... no, that's emergency. Plus 5% hull points. I can accept that. I can accept that. Destroyer. Okay. Fusion reactor. Okay, so let's first replace the engine. Bam. 104 more power. All right. So are we full out with tetrionic cannons? Can we do the pylon anywhere? No. So photon torpedo, level 2. That helps us. Force field's good. Internal dampener, chance of 8 is good. Bussard collector, sublight speed goes up. Okay, that's good. Engineering console, armor and hull points. I'm okay with that. Anything else we want to add here? No? Okay. So we can actually take off one of these fusion reactors. Maybe. Can we put something in the blue there that that doesn't use... Maybe not. But now... let's see. So we have to level 2. If we take this down to a level 1... No, that's not how this works at all, Durinde. Okay. Well, yeah, let's go with that design. Okay. So we upgraded the photon torpedoes on that one, basically. Okay. So we want to go for the better engine. There we go. So we have a bunch more power here. So we want to make sure, again, all the tetrionic cannons are fully kitted out. We want to make sure we have the best photon torpedoes. I'd love to install one of these tetrion pylons, but I don't see where they actually go. Must be a different hull slot that we don't have access to. So we still have 165 power. What do we have in the yellow? So it's just the Bussard collector, right? Or the fuel tanks, which adds warp range. Warp range not such a big deal right now. So this is a nuclear reactor. So what do we have in the blue? Yeah, we're going to put in an optical core there. And if we take off one of these, we are going to lose 80 power. What are our options? Phase discriminators, 30. Weapons range goes up, minus 15. Okay. What's an EPS relay again? Weapons damage, 3%. Power, 20. What about if we did this? Minus 5. We're so close. You know what? Let's take off the Bussard collector. Green Widow. Okay, I'm going to go for that. And the battle cruiser now. So that was the cruiser, correct? Yeah. So all right. So now we're to the battle cruiser. So yeah, this I think engines, if they come up from now on, I'm going to try upgrading those as soon as possible, because you know I kind of found myself a little bit behind the curve weapons-wise, I think, due to that. So we still have 87 power. There's nothing else I want to add there. So again, you know what? I think, yeah, the yellow slot's kind of the mostly, well, it's not useless, but it's the least useful slot for us right now. So if we're putting in nuclear reactors, that's the slot. Except we can't put any nuclear reactors in there. So never mind what I was trying to say. Just ignore it. What I am going to try to do, though, is I'm going to try replacing a couple of these with level 1s. And then I'm going to replace this one with, let's see, a pre-fire chamber. Fire rate goes up, energy 20. Let's go for that. What? Power usage 20. Oh, I replaced the nuclear reactor. Duh. Duh. Okay, so minus 53. So these have to be level 2s. And that's all I can do, because I can't put one there. So yeah, basically I can, yeah, keeping the Bussard collector, I guess it's makes sense. Okay, all right. I'll figure out this game after a while. So there we go. So now, so that was the battle cruiser, right? Yes. So now if we do our upgrade here, this should go up. We are in an energy deficit right now. 169 to upgrade these. So yes, we need to build as many energy producing buildings as we can, or we need to build a starport on one of these worlds. It's not going to happen there. What about here? Do we have enough to build a starport? No, because this hasn't been upgraded yet. So we'll build that there, and we'll just build a basic power plant here for now. Isis Prime. Okay, we can upgrade a power plant there. And can we build a starport here? We can. Right, so that's going to suppress a mineral, but our energy needs should be taken care of. I actually should have cleared off this tile and went with that one. But anyway, everybody's super unhappy. Again, can't say I blame them. So these guys, let's see, they're at 3729 right now. And so we'll see what happens once the upgrades are complete. Old Riker, how old is Riker? He's 104? That is one old Riker. Anyway. So yeah, upgrade. So that put us at... So we got an extra 300 without shields. So we have to see what we look like with shields, basically. What do you look like with shields? There's nothing we can do there. Wow. We're missing out on 8 engineering, apparently. Nothing there. Nothing there. Upgrade the power plants. Yes, please. Shashashamir. Daphne. We're waiting for him to go there. Vargas Tetrius. We're just waiting for populations to come in, basically. And yes, build a power plant here. It's a struggle, but we will continue to struggle, fight, and kick and scream until we claw our way to, I don't know about victory, but claw our way into doing something actually productive. The one war that we had wasn't that productive right now. The Breen Confederacy has a single fleet worth 400 in our system. Okay. Alright, so yeah. We're just waiting for buildings to be built, things to happen. They have, okay, Nyberites have about 10, 11k now for their fleet strength. So they keep on gaining ground, where we do the opposite of that. Was the Breen... Has that been taken out? Because the Breen did control this area of space, but it looks like they lost their frontier outpost in the war. So actually, hello my baby, hello my darling, hello my ragtime gal. We're going to put a frontier outpost right there. 3 energy, 6 minerals, and some carbohydrates. We're going to get our carbs. And that's going to be great for us. Actually, I'm not quite sure what the carbs do yet. So anyway, we're still doing -6. Seriously, how long does it take you guys to build a building? Any of these buildings would be great. You're waiting for your population, though. I forgive you for that. That's getting upgraded. Then we can upgrade all those. Starports, they're still building it. And they're still upgrading this. And this world, not much going on. We have 1 food, so we can't really tear down any of these hydroponics farms. Vargas Secundus. You're going in there, you're going to be working the mines. Okay. I see. I see Wiener.
Station complete.
Oh. Well, we are back up to 14 energy right now. Excellent. And that put us up to 7,000 in terms of fleet strength now. So now how do we stack up? I don't think much has changed. The Breen are now equivalent. I think they were equivalent before. Rigelians are equivalent, but they are protectorate. The Wadi They're a vassal. Like, there's nobody that we can just, like, kind of attack. These guys... Wait, the Cardassian Union are inferior. They're in a war with the Breen. The war score... Okay, so now is the time to attack the Cardassians. Okay. The question is, what happens when we move our fleet? We can answer that very quickly. Our energy goes to hell. Okay. You guys need to stay in this system for now because we need shields to fight, basically. And we're not doing it right now. Not with our current energy outputs. So, I mean, I think I'm going to have to continue to build starports. I mean, that always sets me back in terms of mineral production. So, there's got to be a tipping point somewhere. Where that somewhere is, I'm not sure. Game saving. Come on. So, upgrade you and you. How we doing for food? Food's at 2. We'll hold off on upgrading that. Alright, so we're just waiting to build the starport. We're at 15 energy now. And do we have any pops coming in here? We should. Food's at 6. Okay, yeah, he's working the mine. Working the mines, working the mines. Okay. Alright, Man, energy credits are super killing us. Super killing. Again, we'll have access to a few more once we have our... okay, that's the science ship. Frontier outpost here. But now is the time to strike the Cardassians. So we just need to save our pennies, basically, for that to happen. You're building a spaceport. We can upgrade these spaceports. Alright, so I'm going to wrap things up there for now. Hey, if you liked the video, think about liking the video. And if you like the channel, think about subscribing to the channel. That's really all I can tell you. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Take care. Have an awesome day.